Hi guys, welcome back to self-care here. I'm just wanting to continue on with a little bit. I know there's lots of information here, but it's going to be broken down a little bit more in the PDF document and in the workbooks into different sections for you. So I'm just tossing a whole bunch of stuff out there. So I know these videos are a little long, but I want to make sure we're not missing anything that's important. And I know I'm not sharing absolutely everything, but trying to hit some highlights of things we may not think about, right? So those first few weeks postnatally, as your hormones change, you know, the first 5 to 7 weeks feel like a bit of a blur. You can be in pain from nursing the first couple of weeks if you're not nursing, or if you've had a C-section, or if during delivery, you had a bit of a tear or whatever's gone on. There's healing happening, and you can be in some discomfort, absolutely, for sure. So just to be aware of that. What kinds of things can you do for self-care, be it natural, be it medication, whatever your choices are, that you already had discussed with your birth provider and your birthing team are going to be crucial for this, but making sure that you have your support team, making sure you're looking after yourself in that recovery phase. And if you're not getting the help you need, don't be afraid to ask, right? When you're communicating, there is less likely to be stress, arguments, and feeling like you have to do it all yourself. Been there, done that, because you want to feel like you're succeeding and you're not failing. And by the way, sometimes you're going to feel that way. You're going to feel like you're not doing a great job. Why is this not so easy? Why am I not doing perfect in X, Y, Z? It may or may not be you, but sometimes you do feel that way, and it's okay. It's okay to take a moment to recognize that, to honor that, and to breathe and to cry. Whatever you need to do, lay on the floor and let it out. Lay in savasana if you're doing yoga, whatever it is. Taking the time for that, so you're not just bearing it, and all of a sudden one day you explode and people around you are going, what's just happened? And you know what? That may still happen. So who are you going to have to help you with your self-care, to remind you, support you, or you're not going to be offended when they make a suggestion or a recommendation? Some days you may still be, because your fuse can be short on different days when you're tired. And who can look after your little in order for you to go get a massage or a pedicure? Do you have that organized? Do you have that organized? Do you have a few different people? Because sometimes the individuals that you have set up are not available. Who do you want to help with you? Napping. When you have a nap, who's going to look after your little? Is it going to be your mom or dad coming in to help you? Grandparents, I mean. Or when you're having a nap, is your spouse, your partner, also going to be able to have a nap with you because someone else is supporting you? Maybe you will have a nanny because you have the means or the ability to do it. Maybe you have a sister-in-law, a cousin, or someone that's there to help those first few weeks. Whatever it is, making sure that you're saying, you know what, I need to do this. I need to have a nap. I need your help. Can you please do this? Please take the baby for a walk in the stroller for a half an hour. So they're not here, so if I hear their cry, I'm not going to wake up. If they're physically removed, I'm able to do that. Whatever it is, those different pieces, making sure you're getting it done, right? Because you will feel guilty. You will feel guilty if baby is crying and you want to get up and support and help, right? Because you feel that is your role. But you want to make sure that you're getting that rest that you need to be able to give your best. Give your best self and be your best self for you. Again, important to reflect on your village from earlier. Has it remained the same or has it changed? And it can change, and that's okay. Don't feel bad if you're realizing that maybe person X is not the person that you thought would be able the best to support you with different things that you need. How do you want them to show up to help? Is it a phone call? Is it a text? Is it an email? Is it in person? Do you want them to just show up and say, I'm here, go have a shower, I'm going to look after baby? Maybe you have that relationship with someone in your village. If your spouse is at work, back to work, or your partner, and you're just hoping that someone will come do that for you. Talk to them beforehand or during and throughout and say, you know what, I'd really love it if there's a day where you just have time and you realize that I'm home, you can just come knock on the door and you can do this for me. Do you have help with cooking and cleaning? I've discussed this a little bit before, but maybe you didn't think of it, maybe you didn't realize that you need some help, or who can you ask help for now? And what are your expectations of that, right? So people, who are the people you can talk to? Maybe you can talk to other new parents, what what they've experienced, making sure they are in line with, your approach to raising a child and your lifestyle, because that's important. So you don't have those border bullies saying, oh, you should be doing this or do this or do this, versus can I make a suggestion and this is what's worked for me, depending on how you like to operate. Making sure you have that community to help you, right? So self-care check-in, guys. This is a big key piece, is checking in all these modules, is taking some time to check in to see how you're doing. Has this module been relevant? Are you feeling overwhelmed, exhausted? Do you need some more help? Who can you reach out to? You can reach out to us for suggestions. Who in your village, your community, your counselor, or wherever, who can you reach out to when you need some help? Are you feeling awesome in this section, this module? Are you feeling like you're on track, you're doing okay today? Maybe tomorrow you're not. Maybe you actually will feel better tomorrow, or maybe you've got everything under control and everything's great. Self-care check-in. Mentally, how are you doing? Just sitting and pondering that. You can write it out, you can journal it, you can rate it on a scale, whatever works best for you. So you can go back and reflect on it. Sometimes you can laugh on it. Sometimes you can go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was doing so well, or I was so stressed out. I can see why this happened because of this. May or may not be something that's relevant for you, but it may help. Physically, how are you doing? Physically and mentally are tied hand in hand. Physically, do you feel like you're recovering? Are you worried and stressed? Do you feel like you want to push yourself too hard, or did you push yourself too hard too fast and you've hurt yourself? Where are you at? How are you doing? Who can you call to help you? Who is helping you? Do you feel like they're supporting you the right way? Nutrients or nutrition. Are you eating 3 times a day? Are you drinking and hydrating? Do you feel you need more nutrients going in? How's your energy? How are things doing? Who can you ask? Who are you talking to? Who's supporting you? Time. Do you feel like you have enough time to do the things you want to do? Are you making things simple or keeping things simple right at the early get-go? Are you trying to do too much? What does your time look like? Do you feel like you have enough time in the day? Where are you at? Discuss with your partner or your village where you're at in these categories, if you feel comfortable, if you feel safe to do so. Who are your supports? Are they watching and guiding and encouraging and cheering you on? Are they checking in to see how you're doing? Are they doing it enough or not enough? Are they doing it too much? Communicating that with them. Do you need to reevaluate your priorities and your targets in your pregnancy, in your labor and delivery, depending on how things have gone during the pregnancy, or postnatally? If you are 3 months postnatal, 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, where are you at? Review your targets, review your priorities, your lifestyle, your spouse and with your partner, right? Red flags with self-care. Are you recognizing a lack of looking after yourself? Are you not showering, doing your hair, putting on your lipstick, finding joy in the day? Do you need extra help? Can you ask your village, or are they recognizing that you need a little bit more support and a little bit more help to guide you and support you? Are you exhausted beyond exhausted, or struggling and not connecting? Are you isolating and withdrawing? Are you getting out there and meeting others? Do you have a loss of focus, or where are you at? How are you doing? Are you checking in? Are you building relationships and community and reaching out? How are you doing? Where are you at? Depending on who you are, an introvert, an extrovert, this is going to vary what's normal for you and what's not normal. It's recognizing what's healthy and normal for you, or where you may need some extra support. But grade yourself in these areas and make sure that you're doing okay. Grade yourself potentially from 1 to 5. Are you doing things? Have you stopped doing things? Are you just surviving? Do you feel like you're losing yourself and that you're not succeeding? This is maybe where you need to call someone and get some help. Or maybe your partner, your support team can recognize this. And you're sharing this with your support team so they can see, you know what, wait a minute. Our friend, my spouse, my partner is not doing well. I need to get some help for them. Is it time to update your self-care goals? Where are you at along the way? Do you need to make some changes in your schedule and your timing? Because baby's always going to be changing their routine as they're growing, as I said, 1,000,000 miles a minute in 1 hour. Where am I? How am I doing in those categories? And where do I want to improve? Or maybe I am doing awesome and I'm happy with how things are going and life is going great. That is fantastic. Where this is relevant, where this is important, all these little check-ins is, you know what, when your kids are 2, when your kids are 5, when your kids are 10 or 15, You may recognize that you've gone to a certain point where, wait a minute, I haven't done any of these things. I don't know who I am. I've lost myself and I've lost my direction. And I want to try and help you not go there. I don't want you to wake up one day and not recognize who you are, who your spouse is, who your partner is, or who your village is, because you focus so much on somebody else outside of you and not yourself. This journey, this life is yours, and I'm hoping a piece and part of this will help you stay connected to that so you can live your best, fullest life. We'll see you next time.